Welcome to a short tutorial on the historical way to develop forms using InfoPath. As usual, we need to get the design ready. You decide the columns, you decide the data you need, and then you decide where you want to store the data. In our case, we will use a SharePoint list to store the data and InfoPath to get the form details. So this is how a InfoPath form looks like. I've worked with many organizations which have used InfoPath heavily for a very long time since 2007, and it has been there for a long time. Unfortunately, Microsoft might stop the support by 2023 or 2026, or hopefully not. InfoPath is also a very good way to develop forms, and a new tool, Power Apps, has come. But since many might be using InfoPath, so this SharePoint form development using InfoPath is also talked about. So install and launch InfoPath Designer 2013 or the version you have, and select File, New. Let's start with a blank form. Select Design Form. Let's say Order Fruits. Over here, you click Insert. Let's start with a simple fruit details. So you can do very complex forms using InfoPath. You can add many sections based on your needs. And over here, let's start adding the fruit name, fruit color. So go to the fields and select Add, select fruit name, text value, let's say apple, select OK. Next, we'll add another control called fruit price. Let's select as number, let's say 100. Next, we'll add a new fruit color. Let's say green. Now we just drag and drop the controls. That's all. Apple, fruit price, and fruit name. And we'll just put the fruit price here. So it's as simple as that. Next, we need to put this data into the SharePoint site. So we have created, I have a form Thangut's library of type form library where I'll be storing the InfoPath forms. So when you're creating a new app, make sure that you select the type form library. So for this demo, let's just create a new form library type fruit InfoPath. Select form library. Select fruit forms and select create. Okay. So once this is done, note the URL of that. Open that form library. We'll be using that URL to store the forms and the form template also. So InfoPath form template is stored in the XSN format. We are not going into the depth of all that. Also make sure that you go to the admin, your username -admin.sharepoint.com, and go there and select the InfoPath and make sure that your tenant allows the browser opening of the forms, and all the settings are set as per your needs, and select OK. So once that is done, so we are just going to use this particular, let's say fruit forms, and we'll note the URL of that, and we'll go back to the form. So what we have to do is we are going to store to the SharePoint library here. So I'll give the SharePoint fruit forms, and I can give the file name. Let's give a formula. We'll give concat of fruits hyphen comma. We can add field or group. Let's give the fruit name. Then we can add a function. So we'll add the date today value. There are a lot of functions available like username, and we can add the today name also. So we have the today name and select OK, and then select next and select finish. Now once that is done, let's just go ahead and try to add the button which will do the insert. So there are various controls available. Very simple. Just go to the home tab. You can drag and drop the controls as per your needs, like text box and option. Many options are available. Now let's just add the button and we'll just center that, and we'll give the properties as order fruit, and we'll make sure that you can submit. Select submit, and you can give more submit options if needed. If you have any uh, custom rules and all, we can add. For now, let's keep things simple. We click apply and OK. So once all this is done, if you want, you can change the color also. So we can go to the layout. We can, if you want, you can change the layout. Let's say, let's select all this. We can change as per your needs. Select a page layout. And insert the colors here. Let's keep things simple for now. I'm just going to use this, and let's just save this, and then we'll save it locally and also publish it. So next we need to publish it. I'll publish to the SharePoint server. So I'll put that in the fruit forms. Click next. Let's just use the fruit forms. Let me just use the form Thangus and update it there. Select next. And make sure you add these columns so that they can be used for creating custom list views if needed. Next and finish. So we'll open this form in the browser, and you can type here green apple and we'll click submit. Once this is submitted, let's go to the fruit forms. I'll go back and change I'll make sure it's going to, let's put it in forms Tangu and give the name as concat of fruits hyphen comma. We give the fruit name comma and the date and the username. We'll select formula and select next. We'll allow that to overwrite if exists. Select next. Select finish, and we'll just make sure it submits. Okay. We'll save and publish again. Let's fill the form again. What we'll do now is go to Form Tangus and we'll try to add the form from here. We'll select New Form. Let's try Apple 2 and select Submit. So now the fruits is added here in Form Tangus. And we have fruit name, fruit color, fruit price. So we can create a new view where we want to see only fruits. And over here, we'll just display only the fruit name, fruit color and fruit price and not the other details. We'll change the order to and once this is done, so once there are thousands of data getting submitted, you can create a view based on your needs and you can apply filters if needed using the SharePoint list view and you're all good to go. So if you are comfortable with InfoPath, you can use that, or if you like Power Apps, you can do that. So we will click the fruits view. Let me just check the properties of the view. Due to the internet connection, the values were not saved. Let's select this and say OK. We can just see this. So based on your needs, you can add the columns or delete columns, and depending on the data, you can see the view. You can create a dashboard with a new page with different list views based on your needs. So coming back, so whenever you design any form in InfoPath, decide the data you need, the columns you need basically, and then you design the InfoPath just using drag and drop. You can have different sections if you have a complex form. We are just focusing on a simple form because you might be mostly using Power Apps, but just in case you're working on an InfoPath form, this video might be helping you. And then finally publish. While publishing, make sure that you publish the form template and the SharePoint data, both of them point to the same location so that you have the column names and you can group them and create custom list views if needed and showcase that for administration or reporting purposes. So you can use if you don't. Why not InfoPath? Because the support might end by 2023 or 2026 and the new Power Apps has come with more cool features. It's all your personal choice, but InfoPath has good printing capabilities. So if you are an expert in InfoPath and if you want to continue, go ahead, and it's all up to you, your personal choice. But as a trainer, I do would like to talk about InfoPath as a part of the SharePoint form building trainings. Thank you so much. As a summary, you learned InfoPath, you learned to place order to buy fruits, you added the form, you added the fields like fruit name, fruit color, fruit price, and we added a SharePoint library connection to Tangu forms. Make sure both the template and the data stays there itself. And you added a button called submit and pointed it to the submit action. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.